Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Wow. I hope that you're having a great day. Like I said, I wake up with an attitude of gratitude. So I don't know if that kind of turns people off sometimes or you're okay with it. But I just feel like when I do this, it helps me get through my day because I actually just had a moment for myself, like getting real. I had a moment where I had something happen and it threw me off for a loop for a few minutes. And I had to remind myself that it's not the end of the world, that it was just a moment in time, and that is not going to affect the rest of my day. So I had to do that. So today I wanted to come to you and talk to you about knowing the difference between no and not right now when it comes to scheduling your time. Hi, my name is Leslie Godet, and I am an empowerment coach. I help my clients get a handle on their mental clutter so that they're freed up to pursue their dreams and aspirations and turn their visions for their lives into their realities. So today, as I said, the topic is know the difference between no and not right now when it comes to scheduling your time. There's two telling signs of when to say no or not right now. I'm going to get into that in a little bit, but I know that saying no can be hard because we fear that we're missing out. So that fear, that FOMO, fear of missing out, or we fear that we're missing out on something that may benefit us. So we're afraid to say no to everything that may line up with what we're doing with our lives. And we're afraid to say no to everything because that's something that actually might be, if I say no to that one thing, if I say no to one thing, is that one thing I'm saying no to the key to everything? Or we fear that if we say no, we'll never succeed or achieve our goals. That if we just say yes to one more workshop or one more webinar or one more class or one more certification, then we'll have everything we need, and everything will fall into place just as we always imagined it would. That everything will be perfect. Now, that's in a perfect world, which we know obviously does not exist. Perfection does not exist, not in this world. But we can do what we can do to make our days better just by showing up as an authentic self. So, life check here, it does not work that way. Yes, educating yourself is important. Yes, if you don't know how to do something, it's important to take that webinar or that workshop or that class so you can learn how to do something. But here's the deal. If you keep saying yes to everything, if you keep yourself always learning. Now, I always say, now I want to back up for a second about learning. Learning is important. I say stay in a perpetual state of learning, but it's when you're always learning and you're never implementing what you've learned. That's when it can be emotionally, mentally, and physically exhausting to the point of where you won't even care or even want to finish anything that you start because it's so much work. Because if you've said yes to too many things, especially so many things, especially that don't serve you well in this moment, you are going to become mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausted. And you're going to want to feel like giving up and saying, I just don't have the energy or the time or the willpower. So how do you know when to say no or not right now? Well, here are two telling signs of when to say no or not right now. When you feel overwhelmed with your time, that you have so many things planned within your day, your week, your month, and you're constantly getting invites to networking events, parties, dinners, lunches, coffee dates, and you're exhausted just by looking at your calendar right now and don't even know where you would even fit in anything else, even if you wanted to say yes. Then that's a telling sign that you are overbooking yourself, and you need to look at when to say no or not right now. So if right now you have a bunch of invites to different things, or maybe you're looking for networking events. There's a whole other thing going on about networking events that I could share with you, but that'll be on another day. But if you're looking right now at different events to go to. You've got a lot of invites. Maybe you're being asked to be a panelist, or maybe you're being asked to be on podcasts or radio shows, or write books, or write chapters, or share your information, your knowledge, maybe doing a webinar or a workshop. And right now you look at your calendar and you are exhausted by it, just by looking at it. And you're thinking, how the heck am I going to even do all of this stuff? That's when you need to really take a step back and look at what really serves you. What out of that really serves you right now? How about this? You have a booked and busy calendar already. So let's just use the month of August, for example. And if you're like me, you have a planner, which I highly recommend that you have one, because it's been a lifesaver for me. This is where you can write in your appointments, your lunch dates, your coffee dates, your networking events, your parties, workshops, all of that stuff. The things that you felt was right in the moment to say yes to. But now you're feeling overwhelmed by all that you have planned. Have you ever looked at your calendar after saying yes to a lot of things and started feeling overwhelmed by it? I know I have, because I used to do that. I used to say yes to everything. And then I started looking at my calendar and started becoming anxious, overwhelmed by it. Well, that's a telling sign again that you are overextending yourself, and you need to look at when to say no or not right now. Good morning. Thank you for joining, Talencia. So when you think about it, and you look at your calendar, and just looking at your calendar overwhelms you, that's a sign of you're saying yes to way too many things. So what do? So this is the thing, it's really hard. Hi, Angie, thanks for joining. So what do you do? Well, you go back through all of the things that you have said yes to and decide what events, what things that you said yes to are important, like the events that are important to attend, and that are good for you and good for your personal growth and development, and that fit within your life, where you are right now in your life. Look back at what tasks are important for you to do right now. Then you look at what can be put off and revisited at a later date. And then what can be rescheduled. So you have things that might be able to be rescheduled. And then what doesn't serve you. So I'll give you an example. For me, I was saying yes to a lot of things. And so I started filling up my calendar. And when I took a look back at my calendar and realized all the things that I said yes to, it started to make me panic, and I felt overwhelmed. And I thought, how am I going to fit all of this in? I love being busy. I think that's a great thing, being busy. But when you overextend yourself, you won't feel good about anything that you're doing. So I went back and I rescheduled some coffee dates, rescheduled some lunch dates. I moved back some webinars and some workshops, and then some things that I just felt like some events that maybe just really didn't fit into my life right now. I actually had to say, I'm sorry, but I can't go. Being honest with yourself about your time is so important. So learning to say no or not right now is going to be a lifesaver for you, because you have the power to reschedule your calendar just like I did. You have the power to say no or not right now. If you have to reschedule or cancel something like an event or a meeting, just be polite and say you can't attend for reasons of time management. I seriously say that, for reasons of time management, because time management is so important, so key in your life. If you overextend, you will feel like you're overextending. Hi, Angie. Yes, love this. Time management and task prioritizing is key. Yes, because it has to fit within where you are within your life right now at this moment. Yes, there's a lot of events out, there's a lot of networking, there's a lot of workshops and webinars, things that you can do. But if it doesn't fit with you right now, you're not going to enjoy it. You're going to overextend yourself. You're going to start wanting to actually procrastinate and not do anything. It's your sanity, after all, that's at stake here. So let's go back to what I talked about. knowing the difference between no and not right now when it comes to scheduling your time is so important for your sanity, because if you allow yourself to overextend, if you allow yourself to overplan, overschedule, you won't like anything that you do, and you won't enjoy anything that you attend. You won't enjoy any of the workshops that you attend, or any of the events that you attend, or maybe any of the workshops that you're throwing. Maybe you just have to reschedule those. Don't allow yourself to fall under the category of FOMO, fear of missing out. Because if it doesn't fit right now, it could be revisited at a later date. And if it doesn't come up again, then maybe it really wasn't important to you. And the fear of missing out on something that might serve you well right now, maybe it doesn't, because maybe there's something else that you need to work on right now. So that's something you need to think about. So when the two telling signs to know when you should actually start thinking about saying no or not right now, rescheduling, looking at your calendar, as feeling overwhelmed with your time because there's just so much going on. And you look at your calendar and don't even know where to start. If you get asked to go to something else, you don't even know where to fit something else in. So that's a telling sign. Or if you look at your busy calendar right now, for example, the month of August, and you're filling it in because it's really good to plan, but you start filling it in, you start filling it in, and you start looking at it and you become overwhelmed by it. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, you're emotionally, mentally, and you start physically feeling exhausted from everything that you have planned. That's a telling sign that you are overextending yourself. And so again, what I said is just go back through everything that you've planned. Does it fit it within your life right now, right this moment, what you're doing with your life right this moment? If it doesn't, can it be moved to a later date? Can it be revisited for a later date? If it can't, well, then you have to say no to that right now, because there are things right now that really do fit within where you are in your life. And maybe there are things that you need to reschedule. Yeah, we all have hopes and dreams and plans and things that we want to do. We're excited about it. But we can't do everything all at once, because again, we emotionally, mentally, and physically exhaust ourselves if we try to overextend ourselves. So, and that doesn't help you. That doesn't serve you. That doesn't serve others if that's what you're all about. So again, time management is key here. Learning how to say no and not right now will save your sanity. I promise you, it's helped me tremendously. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about something exciting that I have coming up for next month, September. I am launching a VIP group based around mental clutter. And this is going to be an amazing group where you'll have weekly worksheets and some exercises, some challenges. And once a month during that time, you will also have access to me, a live Q&A where you'll be able to ask me anything, and I will hopefully be able to help you through it. So I hope that this gets you excited for it. I'm really super excited to get this launched. I have a lot of things that I want to be able to share with you, to show you, and to be able to maybe even there's going to be some special things going on too based around that Q&A. You might be one of those people who gets access to a live coaching. So I hope that you are excited for it just like I am. I hope to have you there. It will be open for registration the first week of September. Open enrollment will be the first week of September, and then it will be closed until the following month. So again, thank you for listening. I hope that this was helpful for you. And if you know of someone who may need to actually hear this message, that they'll grow from it, please feel free to share this video. I hope that you all have a wonderful day. I have woken up and I'm navigating my day with an attitude of gratitude, because I feel like that helps me take on the day with the best mindset, so that whatever life decides to throw at me, I'm able to at least be in the right mindset to handle it. So again, thank you so much, all of you, so much for watching. I appreciate your support. And if there's anything actually you want to hear about, please drop me a line. I would love to be able to serve you in that respect. If you've got a topic you want to hear more on, just let me know. Either direct message me or drop it in the comments below. Any questions, the same thing. I hope that you have a wonderful day. My name is Leslie Gaudette. I am an empowerment coach. I help my clients get a handle on their mental clutter so that they're freed up to pursue their dreams and aspirations and start living their best lives right now, because they're going to pursue that, turn their visions into the realities. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.